We're going to be looking at a Minecraft video from 2010. Now, Minecraft back then was a glorious game because if we look at it, oh my God, I gotta adjust the video on the fly. If you look at it, very primitive, very cool stuff that was going on back then. Not necessarily to a lot of you guys, it wouldn't look cool. But the amazing thing about Minecraft back then was you were like very limited in the blocks. So you had like four freaking blocks. You had stone, cobblestone, your woods and dirt, gravel, sand, glass. So a lot of the stuff that was in this game, you were very limited to. So a lot of the building concepts and designs that you're going to see were very unique to this time period of Minecraft. Now, I'm going to throw these videos in the description because this is like a three-part video, and we're going to be skipping around. I really want to just quickly let you guys kind of get an idea of what Minecraft was like back then. I've been binging Minecraft, playing a lot of Minecraft just because I have a lot of free time on my hands again. A lot of the things that would get introduced to the game, like look at this. You would never see anybody add this to their builds. The freaking redstone like little thing that's repeating. Yeah, you would never see this anymore. And cool stuff like that just gets thrown into people's worlds. Another weird tidbit was that the stone slabs were these like weird, different style, lighter white stone. So when you would actually make stone slabs, they didn't actually look like a half stone texture. They looked like these blocks that we're walking on right now. I don't know if this is the actual video. Let me see if I can get the actual. I believe it's still from the same guy, but like Minecraft back then, there's all these jokes about taking like when you hit puberty, the color filter just gets way dull. It's like they had this like sepia filter over your life. And that's kind of how I feel with Minecraft, because Minecraft, the grass is greener, the textures feel a little bit more cartoony. And as time went on, they tried to make Minecraft more realistic. You don't see the hunger bar. They didn't really add hunger. Animals were completely useless, except for the usage of like pigs. Cows would give you leather. I think leather didn't even make leather armor. You didn't even, I don't think you needed it. Item frames weren't even in the game. I think leather served one purpose back then. I don't remember the purpose off the top of my head, because leather nowadays, you use it for books, you use it for leather armor, I think you can make saddles with it. Books back then, all you had to do is put reeds in a thing, and that was it. Like, that was it. You didn't have to put freaking leather. Minecraft was so much simpler back then. That's all I'm going to say. Minecraft was a different sort of game. What you usually would run into is these issues of what you're seeing right now is people building homes that serve no purpose. It's just a decorative thing. It was kind of like what Minecraft really was, mining and crafting. And when you were down in the mines and you built your farm and you built your house, the game was pretty much done. The game would then be played out in whatever manner you wanted to play it on. If you wanted to play it with your friends, you could play it with your friends. If you wanted to just keep building your world up, you could do that. But the game would obviously also see incremental updates over time. And once it gets into like beta, you're going to see a lot more blocks. You're going to see the pistons come into the game. You're going to see animals get more usage. You're going to see animation changes, sound changes, that sort of thing. But there was just this really cool thing that I saw in here that just really inspired me. Again, I mean, look at this. This dude made a bathroom, like a freaking bathroom. We all did that. Like old school players, we all did that at some point. We made freaking like every room in our, like, look at this, a bed before a bed. Like imagine having to not be able to, like you couldn't sleep. And so you would have to play a full day cycle and a full night cycle. And so that's why a lot of people played it peaceful. And especially with the Herobrine bullshit back then, a lot of us was scared of Minecraft. We were scared of mobs. We would turn it on to peaceful because we were scared of like everything. And of course, we were kids back then. A lot of us, yeah. And it's so weird to see. Like I was even mentioning this to my friends in Discord. Like the builds now are so much more colorful because of the block options. all you're seeing is stone wood. Like you're just seeing stone and wood with a mixture of like glass and some other blocks. Like all that white block on top of this, I don't know if it's like a stone slab, but I'm pretty sure this is the old iron texture. So this dude had to painstakingly go around and find all that iron. And then there's like a gold sculpture. Oh my God, I want to see if I can like I've already seen all this. I've seen every one of these videos. So freaking look at this. He shows a sculpture. Like this was the crazy. Oh my God. This is the best part of this video. This is the best part of this whole guy's YouTube video. And look at that. Look at this old style farm system. You could not do automation. There was no hopper bullshit. You had to do everything by hand. Just like the good old days in life. In the 1900s, you couldn't really automate crop systems. I mean, nowadays it's like it goes through a processing plant and shit. So Minecraft almost in a way, it's just like how this civilization has ultimately kind of evolved over time. But in the old days of Minecraft, you had to farm stuff. But oh my God, do you guys remember that bone meal? You didn't have to like bone meal it 3, 4 times before the whole thing grow. You would just hit it once and it would grow. Like that was what was so amazing about just Minecraft back then. And like I was saying, reeds, like to make reeds, um, you would just obviously plant it and then it would give you the paper and you put paper in it and you get books. And then you can make bookshelves. It was pretty easy to get bookshelves back then. And once they kind of made like the crafting situation, or not crafting, but the enchantment, they didn't want to make like the enchantment super easy to get, so they threw leather in the mix, and then you got to like breed cows and crap. But oh my God, this sort of texture, not texture, but this sort of thing on the wall, it's crazy nowadays because back then fences wouldn't connect to each other. So this guy made this really cool reed thing where every other row had a fence line, like a stick, and then it had the reeds. Obviously, you can get away with it now by putting a stone wall completely behind it, and then you could achieve that look. I think I'm not certain. I don't think that two fences can connect from different types unless it's obviously wood. But yeah, I mean the game was in a different time period. You would see all stone builds. Like it was just such a different time. Now builds are more colorful. There's a lot more to the builds. There was another cool part in this video. I want to kind of quickly show it. And then, yeah, more of this guy's amazing house. I got the sound turned off. Turn it up a little bit. Like maybe like listen to the classic door sounds. The classic. Oh, dude, they made a mistake changing some of the sounds in Minecraft. I'll tell you that. Like making Minecraft more realistic was the dumbest decision that I don't even think Notch made those decisions. I think somebody else, like Jeb, made those decisions. I don't think Notch was the one who was making that call. But even the glass texture, I think it looked way better with more bullshit blocking it because this game's not supposed to be realistic. Like the hunger system really, when I saw it, it didn't ruin Minecraft for me, but I was like, come on, man, you really you're putting that crap in the game? Why? And especially with how limited you were with a lot of the things, I think like this alpha patch was when they added glowstone, but you would literally have to come up with unique ways to make lighting. So that's why when this guy panned up top, he showed, there's all these holes. I'm almost certain those are where torches are, and that's another way to light up the room without obviously putting torches everywhere. And this is kind of a cool way too to light up this hallway. Just put torches in the wall to kind of hide the torches. This path specifically was his route to spawn back to his house, and then obviously you get a nice skylight of other builds. But yeah, this takes you to his spawn point, and he calls it his tune. So I'm pretty sure he played a lot of Toontown. Yeah, so here's his like little spawn bridge to get back to his house, and he even has a thing that says "Welcome home." Just a total rub in your face when you die. Back then, you had 3 types of transportation. You had foot, you had the minecarts that you had to painstakingly make yourself. And dude, minecarts were busted back then until the power rails were out. You could do these like zipper things where you could almost like Hot Wheels with the wheels, where you would like the car would just launch through it really fast. You could set up minecarts next to it to give it like insane speed. It was a weird glitch, but almost like it made minecarts like a different breed back then. And then the boats were even like insane too. But the biggest downfall to boats back then was when it would hit some sort of block, it would just instantly break, and you want to get your boat back. You would get like sticks and wood, and I don't know if it was like a certain amount, maybe enough to just make us a wood shovel. But there was that, and like I mentioned, there was no beds, and the light level system, when the lights for when the world would start getting darker, it would actually get darker in increments, so it wouldn't actually be a smooth transition from night to day. So right here, you're gonna just notice like the whole world gets dark real quick. He doesn't show like all the stages, but this will, look at this. All the chunks just get dark, and that's like your like oh shit moment. Oh, and okay, this will be the last thing because like we'll just be talking for like hours, like I will specifically. But look at the ladders back then. You could skip ladders every other block. Super cool stuff. Mobs haven't really changed. They've added like a couple mobs, but the mobs back then um, were like cow, pig, sheep. The sheeps, you could hit them and their wool would drop, but they wouldn't be able to obtain any more wool. So that was kind of like an unfortunate thing about sheep is once you did it, you would have to kill them. Maybe hopefully they would spawn again. You couldn't breed animals. Uh, and yeah, so that's kind of why I mentioned that there were really like four block types. There were the stone, dirt, wood, and cobblestone. And then you would get lucky, and you would maybe find some brick or clay patches, and the clay patches were so sparse, like there would literally be none in a world. You'd have to get super lucky, and a lot of times people would just save it for like maybe a little chimney top, and the wool. Usually people would make that their bed, but if there's any old school players watching this, leave a comment if this is how you built, because I felt like I built very similarly to this guy, and I think a lot of us got inspired from watching YouTube videos because Minecraft was a very strictly PC game back then. So obviously it was very easy to just, go to YouTube and get ideas. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I make a lot of nostalgic content. That's why we're looking at Minecraft Alpha today. And if you guys enjoy this, subscribe for more content. I'll put some videos up. And until then, thanks for watching.